Here's Gabe Perreault with Johnny Brodzinski and Taylor Radish. Bryson back for the Sabres. Brodzinski comes in, works the puck free. Out to Soucy. Carson Soucy with a shot. Redirect by Radish and the save by Ellis.
Force Ellis to make a save here. Nice play in the puck. Johnny Brodzinski. One-on-one battle. Puck control. Throw it to an area of the ice. Open. You take one more look here. And Ellis is just, that's a position save.
Now retrieves it. Bryson had it knocked away by Cooley. Puck kept it at the line by Samuelsson. Now Zucker. Here's Samuelsson into the slot. Shot blocked by Cooley. Lost his stick. Samuelsson out in front. Score! Samuelsson with the setup. And the Sabres take the 1-0 lead. Josh Doan has had a terrific season. Scores his 14th of the year.
Mika Zibanejad has an opportunity right there to get the puck out off the boards. Throws it back into the middle. That keeps Buffalo in the offensive zone. Broken stick from Cooley, and then all hell breaks loose. Just a very simple play in the middle of the ice in the defensive zone. Doesn't get executed, and Doan gets...
But that's what I think you've got to get after the Buffalo defenders.
Here's Cooley in with a shot and a save by Ellis. Did not hit 300 games for Buffalo.
That's a good one. I should be able to come up with that one, actually.
Shot by Benson is gloved by Quick.
Quinnipiac.
Aaron pass. Here's Thompson. That's not the guy who you want to get the puck on his stick. In that spot on the ice. Oh, saved by Quick on Zucker. Now Perreault looking to work it free. He does. Here's Robertson. Robertson with a shot, stick to side by Ellis, and the puck winds up. Carrick ties up his man Zucker. Now Tuck works it back out for a shot by Dahlin. Saved by Quick. Next shot. Now Power and Radish. Byram comes over. Perreault keeps it alive. Now Radish for the Rangers. Out to the point, shot by Gavrikov. And that's turned aside by Ellis. 7 Ranger goals.
He certainly does, but in the meantime, Gabe Perreault does a good job fighting down the goal with Brodzinski. Heads to the net.
With 4 minutes to go in the opening period. Now Malenstein over for Buffalo. Gavrikov across. Snyder with a shot, and that's gloved by Ellis.
Yeah, good hounding of the puck down low. Eventually a shot off the stick. Off the shot at the stick. The Ranger defenseman. Good job by Perreault.
Fourth line on the ice for the Rangers. Carrick towards the net with Rempe setting a screen. Panarin jumps on the loose puck. With Cooley, Robertson joins the play. Here's Panarin. Cross ice pass saved by Ellis on Cooley. Panarin off the stick of Gavrikov. And it's cleared ahead by Thompson. Schneider back, 2-on-1. There's Zucker with Tuck. Tuck shoots, and that's off the bar and out of play.
Of Cooley. Cross. Difficult.
Here's Gavrikov. Now Panarin with a shot turned aside by Ellis. And then another stop on Zibanejad.
Yeah, this is Ellis' best save. Now, Gavrikov does a nice job of recognizing a situation when he can participate offensively. Panarin moves to his forehand. Pierre LaRousse. Talk to Pierre.
Now it's steal by Brodzinski. Shot stopped by Ellis. Might be the toughest collection of former Rangers all together at once that we've ever witnessed. Here's Tuck. Cross ice pass. Oh, big save. Made by Jonathan Quick on Norris.
As Buffalo gets an odd man opportunity here, and across comes Quick. Boy,
and he flips it high in the air out of the zone. Puck bounced away from Schneider. Here comes Krebs in with a shot. Saved by Quick.
The puck bounces through Schneider, and JT Miller's the last defender. Quick makes the save.
Jonathan Quick, who is tied for 12th in all-time wins, as Trocheck shaken up, and the Sabres score. Tuck off the post and in. Trocheck was heading off to the Ranger bench, and the Sabres capitalize.
Well, Trocheck gets tied up in the offensive zone with a stick. So right at the top of the screen, there's Trocheck entangled with a Sabre player, gets knocked over. Now he tries to throw the stick and then finally throws it, but he's way out of timing for a line change, so there's all kinds of ice available for Tuch, and he...
Sabres on the power play. First penalty of the night. Under a minute to go on the Trocheck minor. Here's Dahlin with a shot, saved by Quick. Puck is loose. Norris stopped by Quick from close range. Penalty time winding down. Here's Benson, saved by Quick. And then a drive by McLeod misses the net. Sabres with a 2-0 lead. Here comes Panarin. 3-on-2. Panarin surveys. Panarin slides it across. Zibanejad scores! Mika Zibanejad now has a point on the last 8 Ranger goals.
Mika gets shot out of a cannon after Panarin looks around, sizes up who's where, and lays one right directly into the wheelhouse of Mika Zibanejad. What a tremendous pass. There's no hesitation, no chance for the goaltender.
With 8:45 remaining in the middle period. Sabres now lead 2-1. Here comes Zucker. Saved by Quick. Puck knocked into the corner. They had 2 shots on their first power play attempt. Out in front for Thompson, and that's stopped by Quick.
Spin around, the puck goes low. Then it comes cross crease, and they're right. Most.
A record 5 times. No surprise.
No surprise.
Ryan Callahan, a 4-time winner. Henrik Lundqvist twice. Jan Eriksson twice. Puck deflects in. Dahlin the shot. Zucker setting up in front. And the Sabres score on the power play, now lead 3-1.
Right off the face-off, once again, Buffalo with possession. It goes off of Quick. Standing there is Zucker. And off the backside over Jonathan Quick. One more look from up back. Was off the left leg through Quick.
Zucker with his 10th goal of the season. And the Sabres once again lead by 2. A save there made by Quick to keep it a 2-goal game on Quinn. Dahlin the only assist. Zucker's 6th power play goal of the season, which leads the Sabres. Here comes Trocheck with Miller. Trocheck in with a shot off the glove of Ellis. Puck played by Perreault. Miller looking forward. Puck loose in the crease. Ellis down. Puck still loose. Now here's Power with a shot. That gets blocked. Quick transition by the Rangers. Radish for Brodzinski. Brodzinski stopped by Ellis.
Finally get off the ice. Well over a minute defending.
There's Tage Thompson. Leaned on by Lafreniere. Stick save and then Quick covers. Buffalo second in the league on the penalty kill. Here's Panarin who drew the penalty. Down low for Trocheck. And the save by Ellis. Puck is still loose. And now the net comes off and we hear the whistle.
The Rangers get on the power play. Trocheck comes into that kind of dirty area of the ice. Jab, jab. Trying to pull the puck through. In the meantime, Tuch.
Looked like he meant to pass it across. Puck wound up on goal.
Yeah, a little bit of a sloppy odd man attempt by Buffalo.
Now Trocheck. Score! Vincent Trocheck pulls the Rangers to within a goal.
Well, that gives Buffalo pause to kind of think about being responsible. Coming up ice, moves it through the neutral zone, and then simply takes a pass and gets it to the net. Right through the wickets. Ellis looks around. Trocheck makes it 3-2. One more look here. Off the wing, pretty simple stuff, right? Damn.
Puck in front, Miller looking for it, stopped by Ellis.
Rangers have all of it right now.
Well, especially the way that line goes about their business, right?
There's the Zibanejad, stopped by Ellis. Back around behind, Dahlin bangs it up the boards out of the zone. Picked up by Quinn, 2-on-1. Morrow back, Quinn shoots, saved by Quick on the first Buffalo shot of the period. Huge opportunity for the Rangers, trailing by a goal, their second power play of the game. Here's Lafreniere, pass picked off by McLeod. Outlet pass for Samuelsson, a defenseman leading the rush. He scores! A shorthanded goal. Mattias Samuelsson puts the Sabres back up by 2.
He has been an offensive player also for Buffalo. Trying to make a play at the top of the offensive zone is Lafreniere, and Jonathan Quick down in that quick position. Let's see where this puck beats him. He's down, and that goes upstairs over the left shoulder, and
Perreault out to the point for Morrow, second power play unit on the ice. As Morrow slides to his left, now shoots off the post. Scott Morrow hits the post. Out to Miller, penalty time winding down. 5 seconds remaining. Here's Panarin, shoots, saved by Ellis.
That was a deflection, I think, by Lafreniere.
Into the empty net. The exclamation point. Ryan McLeod, 5-2 Buffalo.
Hands up in the back of the net. And it's pretty straightforward here as McLeod. Talk about the speed of Buffalo down the middle. And
But allowed a shorthanded goal to Samuelsson. And that was the killer. Empty netter from McLeod. Thompson shoots. That's off the post.